Leo, welcome to Gracie's Gamut. Today I will be doing your love and relationships reading for the time period of January 31st to February 6th, 2022. Please remember that this is a general reading. It is not a personal read. Take what's for you, leave the rest for whoever it may be meant for. Let's take a Wisdom of the Oracle. I was kind of feeling on these as well, so I may end up taking one of those too. Well, let's see what happens here, what comes out. For, get back here. For Leo, you have Thinker in the reverse here. Thinker, that's a protection message. And it is the number 44. Master number 44. You might want to look that up for a little bit further understanding of the energy that's revolving around this card. You have the Fates. I felt like it, I picked it up reverse, the angle that I pulled it up on, but it felt like it needed to be in the upright, just so you're aware. That's why I paused and did what I did. Okay, the Fates. Things happening for a reason. Someone may be overthinking a situation. Sometimes we just have to let things flow. Wow. We have Higher Power in the reverse and To the Sea. All right. I do feel like I'm going to pull one of these as well. But you guys are getting mainly oracles today. It looks like lots to tell you, lots to have you looking for or guiding you. Hostilities, conflict, unrest. Very interesting. What else do we have here for Leo? Divine Mother, nurturing compassion, grace. Very interesting. I'm going to read a little bit from the book for you on these so you can better understand them. Let's see. Wisdom of the Oracle. We're going to go with Thinker first. Number 44. Essential meaning, strategy, being analytical and logical. Your protection message. You might be suffering from analysis paralysis. Thinking has its place, but trying to figure everything out logically is not going to work right now. Your conclusions will likely be faulty, and you may act upon false assumptions that will get you in a jam. Give your mind a rest. Do something creative, exercise, or meditate. Soon you'll come to your senses, and an aha moment will bring new clarity. I feel like someone is... You may be overthinking a gesture from someone. Either I'm feeling like that. You know, either they're I'm getting that energy like you think someone likes you because of something they are saying or doing, and that's not the case. That is potentially not the case. I'm going to say that because I don't want to just say it's not the case and you just overlook a great love. But I feel like you may be looking more into what somebody has done or said, or maybe even a look they gave you. You may have misread it. Just be mindful of that. Overthinking it, thinking there's something more than what there really is. Okay, you have the number 17. The Fates. Essential meanings, fate, karma, acceptance that there are things you cannot change, and knowing what those things are. Your relationship message. Other people are who they are. You can't change them. The challenge is to accept them as they are and not try to make them otherwise to suit you. This is a time to look at how you attempt to mold people to fit your view of how they should be, so you can remain in the relationship and avoid discomfort. What if who they are and whatever is happening between you and them in the situation is perfect from the perspective of spirit? Now is the time to accept what you cannot change, even if it means that you honor yourself, spirit, and the other person by moving on. Love unconditionally, for each of us is on our own journey and we cannot direct that of another. Be aware that this relationship is indeed fated and you are meant to evolve into a better version of yourself as a result of it. There may be, this could be a split up of some sort, where you're no longer with this person, but you still talk to them, or you may have overheard that they said some good things about you, and this is making you feel like maybe they want to get back together, but that's not the case. They just respect you as a person, and it's time to move on. That's how I'm feeling about this. You had to go through the relationship. You had to understand it for what it was, and that it was a learning experience. And but it is over, I want to say to someone. So stop trying to read into it, because there may be still feelings on your side, but not theirs like that. Okay, we have the number 4. Higher power. It's also a protection message. Essential meanings: conscious contact with a higher power, the presence of the divine, seeing source energy in all things, committing to a partnership with spirit. And your protection message: now is the time to examine what you're giving energy and attention to in the back of your mind. If you're obsessing about being right, about old sentiments, resentments, or failed expectations, about money, or about any other people, places, or things, these will be the source from which you create. But you want spirit to be your source. Take heart, for your higher power will never desert you and is always waiting for you to remember the sacred partnership you share. Turn away from other sources of power that don't serve your highest good. There is no greater source than spirit. You can always surrender your troubles and trust that they will be taken care of. You are in good hands. Let's see here. We have To the Sea, number 7. Essential meanings: being in the flow, returning to source, recognizing how pieces fit together, a natural pattern of events. The Oracle's message: isn't it wonderful when you feel yourself in the flow of life, even when events and conditions seem to engage you in a way that is fluid and effortless? This card reminds you that going with the flow is exactly what you need to do right now. Ride the wave of opportunity formed by perfect conditions. Allow trust and faith to guide you forward as you flow like a river into the sea of life. And your relationship message: there are points in a relationship when you have to decide to go with the flow rather than dictate the course you share with another. You can let go of the need to have things your way and allow the relationship itself, your combined goals and desires, to steer the ship. Can you both transcend your personalities and allow the partnership to form its own identity, its own energy? Now is the time to relax and see where this mutual journey leads. Some of you might be into a more of rather new relationship, a fresh relationship, it feels. And everybody has their, the fact that they brought up personalities makes me feel like needing to there may be some quirkiness or something to someone's personality that you may be like, you know, you really shouldn't say that or do that, and hold yourself back from that. The way they're acting could have to do as well with having a nervousness because they're near you. You know, you got to bring all these little things into view for yourself as well before you say something. This could be just maybe they aren't normally like that. Maybe they're nervous because they really like you, and you should be very leery of that, or not leery, but you know, you should be very aware of that. With the higher power, it's funny that they both said things about controlling, maybe wanting to control a situation that you really don't have control over someone else, and especially if it's a new relationship, you got to learn each other. There might be things about you that they aren't sure about yet, but they haven't said anything because they're respecting your boundaries and your space. All right, let's look up the number 31, hostilities. Remember, guys, that this is not reading the oracles. I feel are not the overall of the read. I feel like this is in addition to, so it can either emphasize what is about to be said or be about to be revealed, or it is each card could mean something for someone else, and it doesn't all relate to each other. It doesn't have to. It can, but it doesn't have to. Just remember that. I feel like I had to say that. Okay, we have the number 31. Hostilities. There may be a person or situation in your life that is abrasive or upsetting in some way, or perhaps something coming in the near future might make you feel defensive. Either way, this card is telling you to gather your resources and turn to the guidance of your own divine light and courage. Become more conscious of the people or situations zapping your energy or your sense of power. There may be a family member, a coworker, or a draining obligation that has taken a toll on you. Even if it has gone on for quite a while, it's finally time to choose to protect yourself and your own energy. This choice may cause others to be upset or even hostile. You may be tempted to diffuse the conflict by giving in, but that old unhealthy pattern must be resisted. You don't have to give in to the habits of fear anymore, so don't shy away from conflict or unrest. You deserve to act on your own behalf. I feel like a little bit of tying in here. When I said that there may be someone that is not with someone anymore, but you feel like gestures that they have are saying that they still have feelings for you. Especially if you're in a situation where you're no longer with the person, whether or not they're with somebody else, I feel like they're still coming in here and wanting to have sexual contact with you. So that may be where I felt like you're taking the gestures wrong. It may be because it's easy to come in there and you will give them what they want, and they don't have to put feelings in it anymore because you're no longer together. So be mindful of that. If throw your hands up. I'm looking at her throwing her hands up, seeing her power, feeling her power. Resist that temptation to let them in, because it may not be about love anymore. It may just be about that physical contact. As long as you keep giving it, they're going to keep coming for it, and you're taking it as, oh, they still love me, when that may not be the case. All right, that's what I feel like saying about that. We have number 37 here. Divine Mother, nurturing, compassion, and grace. First, this card reminds you to prioritize your own self-care. In fact, it's time to become your own loving mother. If you've been dismissing something related to your own needs or preferences, muster up the courage to nurture and prioritize yourself. It's never dishonoring to others when you truly honor yourself. There may be someone who needs some care and compassion from you as well. Open your heart to the opportunity, but remember to strike a balance between the energy you give others and the energy you give yourself. Your loving care will go much further if you stop to fill your own reservoir along the way. On a purely practical level, this card can also herald parenthood for you or someone close to you. The Divine Mother breathes the vital spark into family and fertile productivity, into any important creative endeavor you may be conceiving. Call on her gracious assistance and let your creative juices flow. Okay, yeah, that sounds a bit like someone may be hearing about a pregnancy in the near future. Maybe you already have. This may be talking upon you. But it feels like needing self-care, needing to, this may be hand in hand with the hostilities, taking up for yourself. No matter, this person, if you deny them access, may get angry with you. It's going to have to be a so be it moment. Slowly pull yourself away from that situation, and it's going to hurt. It is going to hurt. But if you feel like they are using you, because it's borderline, it's using you. It's not a borderline, it's using you. If someone keeps coming in and act affectionate, they might even act affectionate while they're in your midst. But in reality, they may not answer your calls when you ask, or they may, especially if it's right after an incident, you need to be aware of that and keep your mind open that this person may be just using you for what they need. All right, Leo, let's see what we got here. What else? This card is flipping up. We have the Queen of Pentacles here in the reverse. Yeah, a little unbalance going on. I think that you've can normally be, in most situations, a very down-to-earth person, a very selective of who you let in your life or whatever, or what you let happen in your life. And I feel like your balance is off a little bit. It could be with this situation with this person here. Knight of Pentacles. There may be someone entering your life here, if they're not already in, well, look at this, in the midst of it, offering us more stability. You may be standing off of it, maybe because there's feelings for someone else still, and you want to make sure that the other person, because you have love for the other person that you were already with, that you give ample opportunity for them to stand up and come back to you, or show them these true feelings that you think they have for you. King of Swords. I feel like if there's a new person, or a fairly new person in your life, they're willing to fight for you. I feel like they're willing to stand up for you at all costs, and that there's true feelings involved there with that. I mean, if someone's just a dick, and they are kind of verbal and obnoxious all the time, that might not always be the case. That could be just that's their personality, and they're going to say something. But I feel like there's somebody here that is trying to offer you stability, and there's an ample amount of communication between the two of you. You may not even physically had contact with this person yet, but I feel like there's a lot of communication. This may be the person that's right for you and brings stability into your life and help you get over, oh, that's too much. Helping you get over, maybe someone else, or get over a loneliness as well. What in the heck? I gotta shuffle this. And they keep jumping out like that in multiples. I shuffle, and then if it still does it, I'll keep them. But, you know. All right. All right. Let's finish here for Leo. What else do you need to... Okay. These all held out. We have the Four of Cups. I'm going to put that here. I feel like this may be where this person is here, and you might like this person. You might be talking to somebody already, and they want more to do with you. But this Four of Cups is saying that you're focused on someone or some other situation too much to see that this is something that will be good for you. It may not be a long-lasting relationship. I can't tell from here. It doesn't feel... I don't get that feeling like either one way or the other. Sometimes I do. I don't right now. I can't tell. It could be. It might not. They might just put you another relationship, a learning experience, helping to love yourself. But I feel like you're focused on this old energy here because this other person isn't releasing you from it. You have the Ace of Wands. New opportunities for growth. Justice, balance. Yeah, this feels like the Two the Sea card feels like a moving on maybe energy. It reminds me of the Six of Swords, moving on and replenishing yourself and letting spirit guide you in a new direction, maybe away from a person, place, situation, and finding balance in this, I feel. Finally finding your core balance. This person here, this new person, may be bringing it into you. This Ace is telling of a gift being given from the universe. And it might be to, this person may be the gift that has been brought into you so that you can get yourself back on track. And this person may constantly want to talk to you, I feel. They're constantly talking to you like almost pretty much every day, I feel like, for somebody here. It's like an everyday or almost everyday thing. They want to talk, and you've been having long conversations. Well into the night. I feel like saying well into the night. You're getting very comfortable with this person, even though this other stuff is still going on. Very interesting. Be careful, though. I feel like some of you may be very fertile. So be careful if you choose to engage into this new person. The first time might be that time. So be very mindful of that. I'm feeling that kind of thing here. Make sure that's the person you want to have children with, or use protection. 8 of Swords in the reverse. Unblocking. The 8 of Swords in the upright represents self-imposed restrictions. Keeping yourself in one spot instead of moving on from this other energy, possibly. Not having balance. I'm looking at the fact that there's 5 swords on one side and only 8 on the other. Imbalance, but it's in the reverse, so I feel like you're going to and it's right on this Justice card. I feel like moving on to a new direction, possibly with this person here, and opening up your eyes, taking the blindfold off, and being able to move on and be happy with someone else. You do have the Star card. It's in the reverse on the bottom of the deck. I feel like your what you feel is real love. This what you always thought was, oh, this is what love is supposed to be, it's supposed to feel like, is going to change. I'm feeling with this in the reverse, it's a changing of how you feel about the future, how you feel about, wow, is this what love is supposed to be like? Maybe the other person you were with was the only person you were with for any length of time, and you thought that that was the way they treated you, the way they do you, the way you felt was love. But in fact, this new person coming in here will show you the true meaning of love here. Okay, I'm going to take a few... whoa. I'm going to take a few, or they're going to give a few. You have the 3 of Cups in the reverse. I think you may have dealt with a third-party situation at some point in the past, and you're afraid. You're afraid because of things you've heard about this person, that they might not be loyal. I don't think that's the case. I think that there's a positive energy coming from this person. You have the 4 of Pentacles, holding on to feelings for another, possibly. Holding on to the fact that maybe you were hurt in the past by this other person. And you have the Star again, this time in the upright. I feel like this new relationship that you have here will bring you happiness. I can't see a long term, but I feel like it's changing the way you feel about yourself, making you feel good about yourself, taking better care of yourself with this Divine Mother as well, not accepting negative shows of affection. I feel like that will be ending, and this new person can bring better energy and make you feel better about yourself and about love, and begin to trust again. So you need to maybe always... I don't ever want to tell somebody, oh, let your guard down, let them in. You know, because sometimes we get hurt over and over again the same way. But I feel like with this in the reverse, not letting an old third-party situation, or maybe your ex or whatever cheated often, or cheated once, for that matter. Don't let that affect how, you know, like, are they going to do it too? Sometimes you just gotta let that guard down, let them in, see how the energy about them is before you, I feel like before you place judgment on how the situation is going. Okay, I'm going to pull a few grace cards before I close this reading for you, Leo. There. Compassion. And listen. Be gentle with yourself. You are a magnificent soul. And listen. When we feel overly attached to an outcome, it's simply an indication that we need to reconnect with our wise self. Wow. I feel like this compassion is obviously... have compassion with yourself. Let yourself love again. And let yourself be loved properly. And with the Listen card, I feel like it's being overly attached to an outcome, worrying about what could happen in the future instead of worrying about the love that you may be given to you now. All right, Leo, that's it for this read. Please like, share, subscribe. Join my community here if you want to. Tap that bell icon as well for notification of future uploads. Have a great week, and I will see you next video.